300 grams of a surfactant to the geyser. Looks like that. Very similar to soap. And what that does is beneath us there are two chambers that hold about 26,000 litres of water. The bottom chamber is very hot with temperatures up to about 175 degrees Celsius, and above that is a smaller, cooler chamber. The upper chamber acts like a pressure valve for that very hot water down below, and by adding this surfactant it changes the surface tension up here, releases the pressure from below and up shoots the geyser. So I'll pop that in. And before you all go, ooh, it's not a real geyser, it still would erupt without us adding the surfactant. It has a cycle of somewhere between 24 to 72 hours, so very slowly that very hot water from below would heat that cooler water above until the pressure equalized naturally and up would come the geyser. By using the surfactant we just get to time it nicely and everyone gets to see it. Now it's quite hard to tell how long it takes for the main eruption after we add the surfactant. It can be about 1 minute or it can be about 10 minutes, so I vary my speech accordingly and run away if I have to. See, I'll still try and talk quite slowly and clearly because I noticed a few Australians among the crowd, so we just want to make sure that you guys can all understand. Now, have to get in while we can. Now, the geyser was first discovered in the late 1800s by prisoners from New Zealand's first open prison farm, which was based just over here on my right. The prisoners were employed clearing the local land for forestry and also with upkeep of local paths and roads. So as you can imagine, that was a fairly dirty job, so the prisoners used to come down here and wash their clothes and themselves in the hot pools and hot springs around here. In those days, the geyser cone was a lot lower, about this sort of height. So it was like a small hot spring in among the rocks. So the prisoners put in their clothes, added the soap, and much to their surprise, they sparked an eruption. Their clothes shot skywards, and they all scrambled off into the bush here. When they finally got back here, they thought they'd have a bit more fun with the geyser and increase the pressure. So they added the basic rocks around here, and over the last 100 years, the silica that's in the water beneath us has coated those rocks and given us the distinctive sinter cone shape. The geyser is named after Lady Constance Knox. She was the daughter of the then Governor of New Zealand, Lord Ranfurly. He was down visiting the area in 1903, and Lady Knox came down here, christened the geyser and soaked it herself. It's been soaked daily now since the 1930s, so nearly the last 80 years, and is still playing as strong now as it did then. The geyser normally plays for anything between about 30 minutes to about an hour, but the initial eruption is normally the highest and strongest. So hopefully today a good 10 to 15 metres, she then dies down but continues playing at varying heights of the elephant. We do have a bit of a wind drift today, so it normally blows the geyser into this part of the crowd over here. Don't panic, the water's quite cool by the time it gets to you with a slightly soapy feel. I'm going to make a move, so I hope you enjoy the geyser and the rest of your holidays, and fingers crossed that the weather improves. Thank you.
Nou, dames en heren, u heeft het gehoord. De geyser kan elk moment erupteren. Wordt helaas door middel van een stukje zeep geholpen om de tijd te bepalen zodat iedereen het kan zien. Wordt dat niet gedaan, dan kan die ergens tussen de 24 en de 72 uur gaan erupteren. En de reden dat ze het op dit tijdstip doen, 10:15 's morgens, is omdat, denken wij, ze daardoor al 's morgens vroeg het Themische Park vol hebben met bezoekers. En zoveel mogelijk centjes verdienen. Ook niet onbelangrijk.
Nou, kom op, gijzertje.
Ja. Ik zie toch echt iets gebeuren. Daar komt ie. Knoxgeiser kan spuiten rond de Mirjam, 20 meter hoog. Ik geloof nog wat. Dus nou is een ideale plek dit voor mensen met een ongecontroleerde sluitspier. Want het stinkt hier ontzettend naar zwavel. Dus je kan lekker je gang gaan hier. Al op 5,5 minuut mensen, blijf nog even kijken. Zep nog niet weg. Het kan elk moment gebeuren.
Ja.
Ja. Mirjam, heb je nog iets toe te voegen aan het verhaal van deze man? Nee?
Nee.
Oké. Daar gaat hij, daar gaat hij, daar gaat hij. Daar gaat hij. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wauw. Wauw, dit is wel erg gaaf dit. Wow. Ga maar door, hè?
Mooi hè?
Ja. Dan wat water in het publiek gespoten. Verschillende mensen wegspringen. Het is echt niet te geloven dit.
Nou lief, ik denk dat hij spuit zo ongeveer een uur.
Oh, hij blijft een uur spuiten?
Ja. Misschien moeten we het filmpje afronden, dan kunnen we nog wat fotootjes schieten.
Goed.
Ja? Tot zover de Lady Knoxgeiser.
Tot ziens mensen. Ik hoop dat u ervan genoten heeft. En dat u nog steeds niet heeft weggezet, want we zijn al bijna 9 minuten bezig. Dus tot ziens. Dag. Dag.